I'm going to share a few words about a topic which I think is crucial for all of us. And I just want to start by sharing the paraphrase of a statement that Abraham Joshua Heschel made. He was, as a child, known for his intellect. He had a remarkable intellect. And when he reached old age, he made the following observation. He said, "When I was younger, I thought and valued people who were smart. And as I got older, I thought more and I started to value people who are kind." Heschel grew to understand that kindness was at least as important as intellect. As he gained more and more experience, he realized this more and more. We read this morning a beautiful story, an extended story about how the servants of Abraham went to find an appropriate spouse for Abraham's son Isaac. And this was, of course, long before online dating. It was even long before people got together and had dances and socials in order to try to find romantic partners. Abraham's servant was doing this using the technology that he had at the time. And he said to God, when he arrived at the place where he hoped to find an appropriate partner for Isaac, he said, "I would like a sign. And here's the sign I'm hoping you'll give me. When I see a woman come forward at the well where I am waiting, I am going to say to her, 'May I have some water?' And if she says, 'Here is some water for you, and I will also provide water for your camels,' then I will know that this is the right person for Isaac." And so we wonder, why was that the sign that he was looking for? He could have said, "Show me the woman with a red bracelet," or "Show me a woman who is a certain height," or "Show me a woman who has some other attribute." And it is clear, and many of the commentators say, that what he was looking for was a woman who demonstrated kindness and who would do kindness not just in terms of what she was asked, but would also offer extra. So I want to make an observation that kindness is always called for, but we know that circumstances that we are facing as a community, as a nation, and worldwide, with a pandemic that is not yet nearing its end, that might even get more difficult in the weeks and months ahead, that this is a time that calls for kindness even more, calls for acts of chesed. Our family several years ago had the experience where one of our sons was hospitalized for urgent surgery that he needed. And the doctors and the nurses extended themselves remarkably. I will make mention in this context of one individual who, as a medical resident who was involved with our son's case, came in more than he needed to, asked us more questions than he needed to, and really demonstrated a level of kindness that we were incredibly grateful for. I will always remember his name. I will remember what he looked like, because he offered us chesed, and not just what we asked for, and not just within the confines of what he needed to offer, but chesed that went above and beyond. The same way that Rebecca, our matriarch, offered chesed that went above and beyond. I want to conclude these thoughts by sharing an ancient midrash, a story. And in the story, it turns out that when God was looking to create humanity, God wasn't quite sure, should I go ahead, should I not go ahead? And truth, the personification of truth, Emet, said to God, "Do not create humanity because they will tell lies. And at best, they will twist the truth." And at that moment, Chesed, personifying kindness, stood up and said, "That may be so, but humanity will also do acts of kindness for one another that will also improve the world overall." And so God decided to create us because Chesed, kindness, actually won out over Emet, over truth. Truth is crucial. We need to seek it, we need to defend it, and sometimes we need to put ourselves on the line to make sure that truth is understood and acted on. But if it weren't for kindness, if it weren't for chesed, we simply wouldn't be here. The psalmist said, Olam chesed yivaneh. The world is built and sustained through kindness. Let's remember the example of Rivka, Rebecca, our matriarch. Let's remember all the examples of the people who gave extra. And let's see if we can do that ourselves. Shabbat shalom.